On the roof list, I'm constantly trying to share what I hope is useful information with not just folks that are interested in residential transactions, but also commercial and also fun stuff and home tours. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you know anyone who wants to buy, sell, or invest in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, whether it be residential or commercial, please do reach out. I'll put the number right here. 2 articles today I'm constantly reading, and one is about the cost of maintenance for your home. It's really important that when you're buying your home and you're doing your budget, you put maintenance costs into that budget, because it's not just going to be the sale price or the mortgage that you're going to be responsible for. And especially if you're going from an apartment or condo situation to home ownership, you really do have to be aware. But if you are aware, it doesn't feel quite so scary, and you can plan ahead so that home maintenance isn't an emergency. So experts recommend that you prepare to spend anywhere from 1% to 4% of the cost of your home on maintenance. So for example, if you've bought a $300,000 home, 1% of that would be $3,000, 2% $6,000, 3% $9,000, so on and so forth. Now, how do you know what exactly your maintenance risks are? Should you save for the 1% versus the 4%? Well, that's when age and lifespan of components really come into play. So say your average roof lasts about 20 years. If you know that the roof hasn't been replaced in 10 years, then your roof is probably going to need to be replaced in about 10 years time. So if that is the only repair that you've got going on, the only thing that you've noticed, then maybe you'd save for the 2%. If you've got multiple components like the roof, the HVAC, you've got foundation, okay, not foundation, that's a whole different ball of wax, but yeah, HVAC and stuff like that, then you start to creep up percentage wise. So you kind of get in my drift here. Look at the major systems of the home, their age, their lifespan, their expected remaining lifespan, and that is going to give you a clue as to where you land in that 1% to 4% savings range. And once you've got that down, components or systems needing repair, that is going to be a lot less intimidating. And also spend some time on YouTube, spend some time researching how to do things. And if there's something that you feel maybe slightly uncomfortable with, doing the repair, when the technician comes out to do the repair, you'll actually know what the technician is talking about. That's going to make you sound smarter and more capable, and perhaps that saves you a little bit of money. The other bit of news, and I think a lot of people know this, but DFW is guaranteed massive World Cup exposure when the World Cup comes to Arlington in 2026. If you're not familiar with the World Cup, it's kind of like the Olympics, but for soccer, or, football as they call it in Europe and whatever, the UK. But the fact that it's coming to Arlington is huge, not only for the event itself, but I think it signifies the fact that DFW is kind of being put on the international map. If you listened or watched the video that I did prior to this one, you'll know that the absorption rate in DFW is one of the highest in the nation. There's more leased space than vacant space, and that is actually quite a good thing. Even if no national teams choose to live or train in Arlington, DFW, the branding, tourism, hospitality, and real estate exposure is already baked in to the decision to host World Cup games here. So while no teams have officially committed to North Texas for their base camps just yet, because remember, the matches are going to be taking place all over the United States, and DFW is just one stop. But again, while no teams have officially committed, many teams have toured the Dallas-Fort Worth area. for their base camps. So expect a rise in business for hotels, restaurants, retail, transportation, and even universities. So the bottom line is, even though there's uncertainty around base camps, North Texas is already a World Cup winner because of its huge participation. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.